countdown, or do we have to be quiet? So that's not talk between the countdown? I'm very confused here. We weren't giving instructions.
I think that means, I don't know. It's just a countdown.
I thought it was Elmer Fudd coming in as a special guest. I couldn't tell.
Welcome Under the Bridge with your host, Yeticast. Hey, welcome Under the Bridge with your host, Yeticast. We're here to discuss Gina and that whole situation with her. But first, before I bring in all my guests, I just want to let everybody know that we've got a GoFundMe that's going to, try to raise something for my 15-year-old laptop that's about to explode on me. I just want to mention that before we get into everything. And let's just start bringing in the guests. So get ready and suck in your guts as we bring in Nerd Cookies.
Hello.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
I think you're going to be tempering us because before you were about to show up, I think it was just going to be a bunch of angry guys yelling at each other.
All good.
Okay.
I'll even it out.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really helpful. And up next, we have a man who is usually scaring children to steal their candy, Fat Steven Seagal. Hey, Fat Steven.
You just lost anything of me being funny now, You can take that wannabe Wampa attitude and go screw some Hoth Ice. Thank you for coming out.
Oh, I expect some more originality out of you.
Well, that cost extra.
Okay. Well, in that case, we'll bring in the author himself, Stephen Walton.
Nerd Cookies is proof that nerds hate women so much that when she entered the conversation, we all decided to calm down and be gentlemen. That's how much we hate them. Hail to the chat.
Aww.
What's going on?
Let me do it.
And finally, we have Gary, not Jerry.
I feel like Mark Hamill on the set of The Empire Strikes Back. I'm the only living thing amongst all you fucking Muppets.
Speaking of that, did you guys see Louis Vuitton actually released a jacket called the Puppet Jacket, and it's literally a jacket that you can get custom puppets put on it?
No, I did not. And
I will bring up the link.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I
will.
Is
that real?
I will. It was on the news today, and I will bring it up in a second.
Thank God.
Okay, yeah, I did not.
It is called the Puppet Hoodie, $7,400.
Why isn't that in the news?
It was on my morning news. I was like, and then I
Mainstream
seen
media,
two people.
though. That was not in my news feed.
It wasn't mine, but this is Canada, right? We care about something other than. No, we just care about puppets for some reason. I don't know why.
We don't kink shame here.
This isn't kink shaming. This is like this is what you put on like Snowdub's lawn if you want to scare him half to death.
And this is custom made. Wow. I mean, you choose a teddy bear. What is that? Build-A-Bear.
Is that Elmo?
I don't know what they are, but look, see, you can cut. Look how happy this guy looks.
Can't be real.
This is real.
Nerd Cookies is on the internet about to buy one of these right now.
Because the last thing I want is kids tugging at my sweater, going, "I want a free stuffed animal." Look how angry this kid is. Like, they took away my cell phone. Mom is grounding me.
He's embarrassed to be.
It's literally just a hoodie with someone glued on.
Yeah, his mom was standing off camera, telling him to smile. Smile, honey. Smile.
I don't like how
he's
Is
that $8,000?
Yeah.
It's what?
Yeah, this is from Italy. Yeah,
I don't think they could have found a model that looked more like someone who's banned from being around a school than that guy.
This is some guy who really hated Sesame Street.
He is eyeing that puppet.
He's like, I'm gonna do that bear by it.
I want to see him wear this in public.
He is.
I will put it unless you're out on the streets.
He knows. That face knows. The internet is forever.
That's that weird mullet. There you go. There's something that can creep everyone out to a certain point. And I'm unsub to you again. That's just great. This is 4 channels today I've been unsub to.
Seriously?
No, I just make that crap up. That's what I do in my spare time.
Well, I don't trust you, so.
All right, guys, it's been great being on this show. Y'all have a great day. I don't know why I'm here otherwise than her appropriating jokes. So we'll find the nearest Sasquatch and kick its ass.
You live near Jay?
No, I don't live near Florida, and I'm the same height as Jay.
Okay, with that, let's get into what's going on with Gina.
Gina?
Oh, yeah. Miss Carano, who was wrongfully fired from her position as the wonderful Cara Dune in The Mandalorian. And what utter bullshit that is.
I like how we still have the puppet hoodie up on there, too.
Yeah. They kind of ruins the...
She was fired. Look at those puppets.
I know. There goes all my serious attitude.
We got an official statement from Disney Lucasfilm yet. From Disney yet.
You're not going to.
I don't believe we have.
We won't. They're not going to until they look at going and how many cancellations happened and realize how much money they lost because someone cared enough about the fans and Gina to leak it.
Now, do you think that's actually what happened?
Oh, yeah.
Because
I believe Doomcock's right on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing seems very shady, and even the language of how the statement didn't really seem like official PR language. I don't know; those are kind of generic, and you kind of get how those statements usually go, but it didn't really seem like that. So I don't know, like a rough draft of something.
Yeah, it didn't sound something
very
they
weird.
Would put together.
I mean, we've seen enough of these statements to know it definitely seemed different, and obviously it's not an official press release that you can actually go to. It's just someone leaked to the Wrap, a random like news media
the
site,
Variety,
like not even
all of the major rags for Hollywood.
Well, all of them quote that same, like I think it was either the Wrap or IO9 or something. But all the others just have a link to that article saying, okay, and a spokesperson said this, no name sources, and when the news media sources that tried to reach out for comment from Favreau or for Disney or Lucasfilm have not heard anything back yet. So the whole thing is very
and I suspect whoever it was that initiated the firing and or also did the leak, heads are going to roll over that.
Oh, it's got to.
They won't know who it is unless it was an actual intern who was actually taking a dictation. But we were covering it. Me and Amanda were actually covering it live when it was going on, right? So then when we saw the actual news popping up on Bounded, we went right live and did an episode. I muted it afterwards because I didn't see proof in it, but it was verifiably wrong because everyone was saying so. The way the article came out, it was the Wrap first. And then from the Wrap, people were taking that paragraph and putting it in their stuff. And then it hit Deadline, and then it hit Variety, and then it hit everyone else. And there are some out there that have articles where it literally has like, those scenes in The Mandalorian where it has like the stormtrooper helmets and the dirt all messed up, like they were just lying there in a pile like a graveyard. Yeah. Someone put her head in that pile with it.
Oh goodness!
So this is a news outlet too, and I was just seeing this stuff. I'm just like,
we lost friends today, people we've known for years, Keith and I. And one guy came on there on my personal Facebook page and just like went after us, and it's like, you guys are so scummy for thinking like this. Yeah. People coming onto my post about it, going ha 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 ha, love it, and fuck you.
You want to know what's even more messed up? I have been blocked by the editor-in-chief of Huffington Post, New York Post, and all I did was saying, you know what? If you're going to twist a narrative, I'm going to just untwist your narrative and say you're only projecting your own hatred, your own isms and phobes, because you are actually the person that you're trying to tell Gina is. And you know what they wrote? Replied, and these are editors-in-chiefs. Why didn't you cry more about it? Then they blocked me. I'm like, okay, looks like I won that argument.
4 times today, I said, did you even read the post that she's supposedly guilty of retweeting or reposting? It was someone else's post she shared. Mm-hmm. And I said, basically, it's a cautionary tale not to repeat Nazi Germany.
Whoa.
Yes, but she was using it in a way that SJWs don't like. See, because the narrative is anyone who doesn't agree with them is a Nazi, and that's what they do. They're hashtag we punch them, right? That's what they do.
They're the only ones that use Nazistic tactics.
Right. Well, they're the ones they promote fascism, absolutely.
Exactly.
And that's what cancel culture really leads to. This is something that it's a pot calling the kettle black again. And there's plenty of people in Disney Lucasfilm who have said some very nasty comments. Just as recently.
Like half.
Just
Anyone
as recently.
Involved. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine. Just as recently as the High Republic and the high writers that have been espousing their narratives, sexism and racism were there, going back as far like we were talking about people since Chuck Wendig, Pablo. I mean, so many different people. Brian Young.
Chuck opened his mouth today, too.
There are so many people attached to Disney Lucasfilm that have said some really terrible things, blamed the fans, projected their own hatreds, labeled and called them out, and have said very, very forwardly sexist and racist statements. But you get one person who refuses to change her Twitter bio, is actually being a positive experience for fans, brought people into wanting to just even know what's going on in The Mandalorian, if not watch it, only because she was putting off positivity. She was speaking to the fans. She was reaching out to them. She wasn't being negative. She was also being attacked and harassed, just like we all have. All of us that have been calling this shit out for the last 2 years.
That's funny though, because I don't get harassed. What they mostly
You're
just block. No. I'm going to be serious.
I know.
I don't get harassed. I just get blocked. Right? They'll try to have conversations and try to argue their point, but I always seem to be like, you're not going to get me angry because you just want me to get angry. And then it reaches the point where they either block me or they just stop responding. And I'm like, this is great because you actually have no physical standpoint behind the stuff you're saying because you don't even know the full story.
Victimhood
mentality. That happened to me last night. Because I was furious last night. And
me too.
Everyone came out of the woodwork and they were just trying to pick and saying all the worst things about Gina. And as soon as you confronted any one of them, that they backed down and they blocked me. Like I just pointed out the obvious fallacies in what they're saying. Like, if you knew anything about your history, you wouldn't be throwing around these words so flippantly.
Well, because they don't know what it means.
That's very true.
They are either willfully downplaying the actual atrocities that happened or are ignorant of the history around fascism and all that stuff, because you would not use that for Gina. She's just a strong woman. That's all.
It's not about what a person is. It's not about what facts state. It is that's not the reality that these people live in. They live in their manufactured one, and in their manufactured reality, people who don't agree with them are these fascists that they themselves are. It's all about projection. But another thing I think they were all pissed off about last night is the fact that someone who has been kind of connected to her, at least in the news, 3PO, also had a live stream last night where he raised money for Operation Underground Railroad.
Yep.
And that was to fight human trafficking, made $42,000, all from people in the chats and in the audience who gave money. I mean, congratulations to that. That kind of positivity, that kind of striving toward actually combating evil also offends these types because they are false evil. They are not good. They are not really good people. They project this horrible inside that they have, full of fear and hate and sexism and isms and ists and all this, and they project it constantly. So when they see people in the community like Gina, who backs that fund, when they see people like her who's actually having a positive impact on the community, and they also see things like that fundraiser happening yesterday, it incenses them. Yep. So we've got a lot of different elements included in this reaction, and I don't think it should all go down as negative because there were some really positive things.
Even cancel Disney Plus isn't a negative thing. What it is sending a message. You fired a shot across our bow. Here's our shot back. It wasn't like we're taking the first shot. They took the first shot by firing her.
Yeah.
But Yeti and I were both talking last night. We were raging at the same time.
Going back and forth.
Exactly. But I talked to Keith today, and that's what that image is, if you want to share it again. We were talking about how Headland is this person who was an enabler for Harvey Weinstein. She actually enabled him to be able to rape some of these young actresses and executives. And she's got her job. She scrubbed her Twitter, of all the pro Harvey Weinstein stuff and was able to keep her job because of it. While the other person in this photo is an actual proactive, positive female role model.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that drives me nuts.
What is that thing on the bottom?
That's Headland.
Wait. What is that thing on the bottom?
Is that a them's?
She's one of Kennedy's handpicked.
I remember now. She's HW's personal assistant who hid everything.
Yes.
Okay. Now I remember what
she also created a play based on him because she's
also in charge of Ahsoka.
Is she? I thought she was doing another project. I thought it was another Star Wars project.
Yeah, she's supposed to be doing one of the next Star Wars films.
Yeah, but I mean, someone like that, right? Well, Jerry, I know what you're saying. People like that, they're allowed to exist in the culture of Disney Lucasfilm. That's the company culture.
You have to drink now, Stephen.
This is what pisses me off the most about all of this is we actually finally have a powerful, strong female in a great role that is standing up, and the first thing they do is fire her. She is an excellent role model to show.
She is a role model.
Yeah,
she is a female role model. She isn't not just in character on the show,
by definition.
Oh yeah, long before Star Wars, she was. Because I raised my daughter all by myself from baby to adulthood, and Gina was a huge part of the household. We always watched her fight, and I wanted Zoe to learn from how she is as a person.
The reason why I agree with this is I brought this up because this is one of the people that blocked me after I shared me because this is definitely the hypocritical thing that we're talking about with these types of people. Star Wars cannot by definition be for everyone if people like Gina Carano are allowed to be in it. Fire Gina Carano. So right now she's already defeated her own purpose of her argument.
It's a contradictory statement.
Because I told her straight that my reply there was like this: you have no right, you have no say who can be and who can like Star Wars. You are one individual and yada yada. Then she blocked me. I'm like, that's great. I'm glad that you have every time you're told no, you block them. You must have a really crappy school life.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. We the people of a more perfect union. These words, if not for everyone.
What are your some thoughts on this, Nerd Cookies? Because I'm sorry. Want to hear some of the things that you had because I wasn't sure if you had any different opinions than the rest of us.
Well, I don't know about different. It's such a roller coaster. I feel like being a Star Wars fan, we have our high highs and our lowest lows. But I will say that I, in general, do not condone in any way Holocaust comparisons. I don't. But the thing is, I hear them all the time, especially recently, and I think intent is definitely should be considered. And in this case, I don't think her intent was in any way malicious. But the thing is, I hear these comparisons all the time, and I think they're all bad, or I don't think that they all could be.
Her intent was obvious that she was warning. It's a cautionary tale.
Yes, but it could easily be misconstrued, and people did paraphrase what they just spun it the way they wanted to see it. So it wasn't accurate to what her intent was, and I think you have to take the time to see what the actual intent of it is. And the thing is, we've seen much worse comparisons from Disney and Lucasfilm employees. We have seen it. So if you're gonna put this in place, because they're a private company, they have every right to set the standards for their employees and what their social media activity, or to warn against any activity that could bring damage to their brand. And that's just, I mean, when you own a business, you have the right to set those standards for your employees. But if you have those standards, you have to apply them to everybody. And if they're not doing that, then I think she has grounds for a lawsuit, or if they do that, then there's going to be tons of tweets that can be dug up. We can play this game all day.
Yeah, we got that one tweet that was posted back in January from one of the producers at Disney that showed a guy putting bodies into wood chippers.
Oh yeah, you showed me that. That was disturbing.
James Gunn has been in hot water before too, and he's back. I mean, he's had controversial tweets in the past.
That's because I think they need a good Guardians. That's the only reason why they're there. They're overlooking
He's back
it for money.
because exactly that reason. But the fact is, I've been following James Gunn since the early 2000s on his blog.
From the bushes.
Yeah, he's just he's always trying to be edgy. The thing about him is he's always trying to be edgy. He doesn't really think through some of the things he says. He said things even back in 2007 that made me cringe.
Okay. And we also have to remember the early days of the internet, everybody was trying to be edgy. That was the thing at the time.
But I agree that, but yet you have to get to this point. I'm going to go back to Nerdcookie's comment quickly, so I want to forget this. As much as you're trying to understand the point of view, we are even trying to talk calmly to the people that are respouting the same narrative, and they don't want to even hear it. They're like, and I'm like, it's literally the same. They're like, no, it isn't. Okay, how is it not the same?
Yeah,
they can't argue it.
Yeah, well, first of all, they're not interested in arguing. They're going to try to shout you down. Yeah. They have a narrative that they're going to stick to. There is no discussion involved with cancel. Oh my god!
Then this is the new rule with these people. Don't get angry, and your reply should literally just be if they don't want to listen. I don't respect you enough to get angry over what you say, and the argument's over.
Yeah.
And you have to earn that respect before I get angry at you.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing, buddy?
The production I was supposed to be on today got shut down because of the flu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's things because I just landed the job this morning and worked this morning, and then we were coming in sort of beat the clock, so to speak, to get our production done before Saturday, where we figured we were going to get shut down, and no, the unions got us literally about 28 minutes ago.
When I was on Doomcock, I brought them up. Unions are the worst.
Some are, yes, absolutely.
Oh my god.
That is.
Did you just make that?
Cookies.
I've had this for everything I make. I keep I have lots of things I keep, like all the everything. If you want memes that you're trying to find that I made, they're all in my media on Twitter. I save everything. When I say I literally have a stupid tweet folder, I do. Because I want to have it for reference. Eventually, I'm going to have a half-an-hour video where it's just got everyone's Twitter handle. Walton, you're in there too, bro. I got you.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it. I think I'm joking too.
Okay, so who wore it better? That's what you got to
early Elaine.
Well, Elaine's the only one that matches the actual avatar. We sound like we're still in transition, waiting for Bruce Jenner to get out of the lobby. That's the problem.
Right.
Watch me throw this javelin.
I want to get mine waxed.
Oh man.
I'm so sorry, Lorraine. I'm so sorry. Would you
what
prefer
did I
this?
get myself into?
Hey, can you blow me up quickly? Abby Smash.
Oh my goodness.
You gonna blow Fat Steven?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm on a never-ending quest to find my tits because DC has taken them for their comics. So I'm currently on a never-ending quest to find my tits.
That's scary.
How do we follow that?
I don't know.
It's so hard to follow him sometimes because you're like, I don't even know where to go now.
Let's just say
that's just because he gets stuck in the door, so you can't.
You only go back to fat jokes, bro. That's all you ever go to. You have the repertoire of fat jokes of a high schooler. You have to work on that a little.
Oh come on, they've all been different.
Sorry, 5th grader.
All I hear is jealousy. Jealousy that I can touch my toes.
Yeah, but you're also a mythical being, so you have no toes.
We have toes.
Speaking of toes, we found out today Mackany90 is a foot fetish.
Oh, we did. He really likes to finish on. He really likes to finish on them. Supposedly,
yeah.
He was clipped and ready to go. Oh my god, is that Mark Jarbo? That's another one. I wanted to bring this up when this Gina stuff went down. Guess who was one of those people who started spouting off? Jarbo went off.
Get out! He's Jarbo opened his mouth.
Jarbo was opening his mouth, and the Gina stuff started. Yeah.
Oh Jesus! I can't listen to Matt.
I try to listen to him, and then I realized it's better to change my first name.
I like it when he's giving information, but the minute he starts going after people, he's always on the wrong side of the fence.
Jarbo makes me question gender roles. That's all.
He can't climb the fence. But other than that, I hope we're not offending you, Nerd, at all. But it's just I think we're all tired of giving this little bit of chance over and over again, and it's getting to the point where we don't have the emotional care anymore. And anything that has a Disney property attached to it, you don't see how good this product could be. You just hear Disney, and you're already kind of thrown off.
Well, yeah, that's one of the things that I was battling with last night, and I think even sent it to one of the groups. It's I don't want to talk about anything Disney related now because I don't want to give them money and I don't want to give them time of day. So where does that fall? Like I have no interest in WandaVision. I just don't care.
They really do make it hard. Because this is supposed to be entertainment. This is supposed to be a way or an outlet for us to escape the daily dose of reality and the problems we face every day, and have an avenue where we can just explore and let our imaginations go wild and connect to characters and visit this galaxy far, far away. And they're really making it hard to do that. I long for the days where not everyone had a Twitter account and we just knew what all of these people were thinking at every hour of the day. I feel like everyone would be much happier if celebrities or these because actually a lot of problems with Disney and Lucasfilm have started because of what someone said on Twitter, and it's been this huge firestorm. Like if Disney just needs, if they're going to have policies, I don't even know if they obviously don't have a social media policy for their employees, but they probably should, and I don't know why they haven't until this point.
They only have one policy, Elaine. It's okay if I use that word name. It's called "Be as racist as you want. We will definitely protect you under the guise of bullying."
Yeah, it's just they just have to be consistent. That's my biggest issue. You have to be consistent. If you stand for against bullying, against racism, against well, actually, in this particular case, using Holocaust comparisons, well, you have to enforce it consistently. Right. And there is definitely, they haven't done that. So, and if there is language in their employment agreement, which is just kind of weird too. This whole thing is weird because The Mandalorian is over right now and it's not coming back for a while. So currently, she is not employed at this time.
This is a very specifically worded statement from a nameless spokesperson to journalists that definitely need people to buy their paper or, click on their links, those types of things. My understanding of it is that her contract just wasn't renewed or she wasn't given another contract. And that's about it. That's technically not a termination. That's just, we are not in consideration. We have no need of this actor or this character at this current time of our our upcoming production slate. And so it's still, up in the air. She could still, they could still launch a show with her after the Book of Boba Fett. And it would be, from Disney's perspective and Lucasfilm's perspective, it would just be, we're just not putting her on a form of retainer at this time. Or any sort of exclusivity, contract of exclusivity.
I mean, the fact that they haven't come out with an official press release is my issue. I was just waiting for an official word from anyone higher up in Lucasfilm, involved in The Mandalorian, involved in Disney or Lucasfilm, and the whole thing is very shady. And I lose faith in the media like more and more every day.
Yeah,
because I quote a lot of these sources for like videos and things, but it makes me feel like I have to really be careful about what I'm saying this site said or this person said if there's not a legitimate confirmed source and a link that I can personally confirm myself. I don't know.
Yeah, and the thing that Script Doctor just brought up was something I heard as well, and I don't think she was actually under contract, so she won't have any recourse for a lawsuit because it's not a termination. It's just not renewing a contract when they're in discussions. So they are free just to let her go.
Yes, but the only thing that she would have some sort of legal recourse for is libel with regards to some of the official accounts saying that her actions or behavior is abhorrent.
Yes, yeah.
Because they have to back that up, and there's nothing online to support such a claim.
We've also reached a point now that she has the option now to even say, I'm not coming back. And honestly, I brought this up earlier in another stream. I think it was with Kai and Runner and them. But I think Gina should try to go for the lead in a remake of Xena.
Oh, she'd be good in that.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Because I'd believe her. She can kick ass. That'd be a good role.
And I was thinking like she should go for the lead in like a Barbarella remake or something, you know. Just really
if they did that, then we. Oh my God, Barbarella's so good.
I mean, her career isn't over for sure. I mean, because again, intent is very important, and for them to. And like I said, I still feel weird where I stand on this because I still have not have an official word from Disney or Lucasfilm, but. Kind of lost that.
Well, yeah, you know, I can understand what you're saying, that it's kind of hard to piece together exactly where you want to position all this. But
I want someone to officially say and take responsibility for what she said and why they're not renewing a contract or something.
Exactly.
I want them to make an official press release, and then we can kind of go somewhere from that.
Because until that happens,
intent is important.
You're right. Because until that happens, we don't know exactly what is what. All we've got is somebody saying they talked to a spokesperson from the rap. That's it.
Her talent agency did drop her, though.
Yeah, well, UK is a terrible agency anyway, so that's to her benefit.
Okay, I'm going to go with this way. I don't feel it's official. And even until we get an official statement, it honestly feels like the media pulled the same thing like it was back in, I'm going to say election days. I'm not trying to go political, where they were saying it was already won and everyone was going with this narrative, but there was no official source or finishing product. And it's the same thing with this here to a certain point. You hear one thing, everyone's going with it because that's what they want. That's the drama news. That's the hit news, the spark of fire. And then you get all Twitter going crazy. And you know what happened with that instead? Cancel Disney Plus trended. And you know what happened? Disney lost millions in one night.
They don't care about, they only care about narrative. They're still pushing the Kelly Marie Tran was bullied off Instagram thing. You know, something that there's no evidence of.
Oh, she forgot her password. She didn't get bullied off. She forgot her password. That's what we go with.
But they leave themselves open to just the floodgates of scrutiny with everyone going into, I mean, they have already, if people weren't aware of Pedro's tweets, I mean, I'm sure they are getting aware. But I mean, he was the star of The Mandalorian. But again, like if they come out and officially say it, well, then they have to be accountable then for all of their stars and all of their employees' Twitter activity.
Yeah, and the photo, by the way, that Pablo used, he used the Holocaust photo, and then he showed a picture of kids inside of a gated holding area. And that wasn't even in America. It was in the Middle East.
There. But that's the thing, though. And then they're like, oh, look at that. I'm like, you do realize that the guy you all voted for is the guy who was also VP for the guy who built these cages. So you already are disasserting your whole argument because it's already been happening 2 years earlier. So Gina didn't do this. It's already there. You guys just haven't seen it. And then they just stopped talking. But even then, this is what bothers me. How is it Theory will get an apology and 2 apology emails because they know they messed up with this one? But when it comes to something like this, or even defending her, or even remembering a birthday, they are more silent than a fart in Alaska.
How do you forget James Earl Jones' birthday?
That earnings call was boring. Did you hear that webcast?
No,
I fell asleep. You can still hear the recording on their website.
I thought they were actually waiting until that was done for them to say anything. I know, so I'm still waiting, like, to see if they're going to announce anything since it's over. But
you know, I'm wondering
they might just wait till it goes away, and then like a James Gunn situation, whatever. Like, well, people's ire will fade. And again, this whole thing is just so odd and shady, and it leaves them open to so much scrutiny.
Do you think that leads credence to the rumor that it was someone behind the scenes that kind of leaked it early, rather than?
Well, I think they wanted to do damage to the people doing this before the investor call.
Yep. makes sense. It was perfect timing, because not only do the investors get to ask about what are you guys doing to save our money, they're all going like, why is everyone saying cancel your streaming service after you're preaching it so well? It was actually quite conniving and smart. It was almost like evil mastermind James Bond style.
What do you think? Whoever, like HBO Max leaked this false rumor to try and hurt Disney Plus? Is that what
no? I'm saying that let's say if we're going like along of an intern, right, who's there but is like just there because they need it for the experience, to say for a credit or something. I'm going on this basis, right? And they had to take a dictation of a higher up, and they had this plan, and then you notice, and then it was leaked, and they leaked what the person said on paper, but you know how usually what is being dictated is always transferred into a more politically correct official business statement. This seems like the rough draft of what came out of the person's mouth before the edit, because abhorrent, generating, whatever it was, denigrating,
yeah,
like
words are hard.
Come on. But you know what I mean, though? Like, I don't even think Mickey Mouse can say those words. It sounded like a real person talking when that quote was used than an actual business giving out an official statement.
And just to answer Jedi 6 there, I don't think they had any official press release. This was all just leaked out and somebody picked it up. So we haven't heard anything from Disney or Lucasfilm about this firing.
Yeah, they're not going to. And
yeah,
right
and
now
that's what you said earlier. It's like they're not going to. They're going to, not show their cards.
Mm-hmm.
And those. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. Ladies first.
Oh, I was just going to point out that those news media outlets who bothered to try to get a comment haven't heard back yet.
I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to one of the news sources, because when all those people started requoting, there was only one news company that actually said Gina Carano is under fire because of what's going on. And that was the Daily Beast. Daily Beast did not actually print that article, and they kept it lame until Variety and then bigger ones came out first. So if stones were going to be thrown at people with slander, they played it smart.
I saw one on people.com too, which I was surprised.
Yeah, I think they were the last major. Yeah, they were the last major entertainment magazine to publish the whole thing.
And what's even more messed up is when this happened, Tim Pool put out an invitation to come on the show. Steven Crowder covered it today, and it was one of the fun shows. But like, there has been so much backlash in the last, let's say, 24 to maybe 18 hours, that I think Disney's not going to say anything because they're scrambling. They're scrambling an apology. They're trying to figure out who leaked, if this was a leak. They're trying to figure out, not only do you have the investors, they have to figure out, what do we go from here? We have literally just effed ourselves like Pablo did with Luke Skywalker. And they keep doing this. It's like every time they do a little bit of good, they have one person in there that messes it up. Whether it be for intentions of good or intentions of ego. But they can't see, they have to restructure their whole staff.
Well, understanding like what their staff has been about, the majority of them anyway, I can pretty much believe that, they're like a bunch of nannies all in there just getting themselves all whipped up. And then one person just can't take it and wants to virtue signal the most and then spouts off on social media. Like that. That's how I see it. I could be wrong. But that's usually what these people do. These the oppression Olympics, these victimhood narratives, they just keep on bouncing them off one another. Oppression. It's that person until one of them pops off at the mouth. And that's how that's the type of fan that Disney Lucasfilm has been trying to.
I don't understand how anyone can wake up every day and feel proud to play the victim. Like they're so desperate for attention, whether it be negative, sympathy, or positive, that they have to live this cycle. I couldn't do that. Not only would I embarrass myself every time I wake up, I couldn't even function. It's mind-boggling that victimizing oneself and then projecting that victimizing on another, saying that they're the reason they're victimizing themselves, it is a common format now.
Well, it's become a fad, and it's become a way to show your value. It's almost like, oh, I am this victimized. Like, oh, I feel so good. Oppress me.
Well, no, it's about, look, if when we run into people with that kind of narrative, right? Those of us
you
here,
run?
I think that sometimes yes, all right, sometimes that's Steven.
You run to the fridge.
When we meet people like this in our day-to-day lives, those of us, and I think all of us on this panel, we're pretty much alpha personalities. We do what we have to do, get what we want to done, have drive, right? You know what I mean? None of nobody here is a victim. Yeah. When you run into these people on the street, what do? You either ignore them or you tell them about themselves, especially if they're around you all the time, you don't want that kind of negativity. You just want to, you don't want to be around somebody who constantly believes that they're a victim. And so they've collected on social media. They've created these echo chambers on social media, and they've been able to support through victimhood people who also have the same types of mentality in our entertainments. It's like it's a system that just keeps feeding itself. Man, it's like it doesn't matter if you try and call these people out like Fat Steven does with logic and reason, they block you.
I don't have logic, just a big head. I'm right now appropriating the Ryan Johnson effect. Is it working?
That is that is a massage.
I can go bigger.
It's like you're crusting the atmosphere of Alderaan right now.
There we go. Have you seen Knives Out? I love my movie Knives Out. There we go.
Any closer, we'll be able to count your pores.
If only I had pores. They're not animated yet. You can tell Elaine wasn't looking at the monitor just yet. Like, what the hell?
Orville Nation.
I just hope this shakes out and it doesn't, that this isn't true, honestly. I feel like, again, Disney needs to, they have every right to set standards, and I'm not saying, and I'm not condoning what Gina tweeted as far as like Holocaust comparisons, because I don't like those, but they have become mainstream lately, and I don't agree with that. But everyone's using that comparison, and if you're gonna,
Elaine, like I said in my video, honey, the reason that it was brought up like that is because for near a decade, that has been their projection that we're Nazis, that we're we're fascists. Anybody who doesn't agree with them, So actually, I see Gina's tweet as just an answer to
history lesson,
history lesson, and an answer to the accusation of those labels that have been placed upon people like us. And you're right. I do believe you're right to a degree. There's really nobody's thinking about the Jewish community and how this impacts them. This is a part of their history. They don't need this brought up. The harm that is caused by pointing the finger at somebody and saying, "I want to punch that Nazi," and then having to use that as a reference to combat that attitude that has infested our entertainments and social media for the last 8 years. Nobody really thinks about the pain that brings to that part of the community. And because it's a minority and nobody really cares, because none of this is genuine. None of these arguments damn near are genuine.
I agree with both of you, because I agree with Elaine because it's overused. I don't like the analogy, but I agree with Steven,
only Nazis are Nazis. Stop bringing them into the conversation.
But people have used it before. Her co-star has done inflammatory tweets. So if it enabled an environment to where she felt like she could express herself in that way, then again, if you're gonna not renew someone's contract for that reason, well, then you have to clean house and be consistent. If that's your reasoning, though, but obviously, then it's not your reasoning. If it only applies to certain people.
Yeah, that's the thing that is constantly is so.
Yeah, I know. I keep looking up there, and it's so hard to pay attention.
I know. I lost my train of thought.
I know what he's saying. Like, I know what he's saying. I love you too, Steve.
You're just eating a baguette.
I think it's important to see what the context.
I need new glasses. I thought that was a big penis.
What are you wearing? Is that fur?
That's a breaststick.
No, maybe you're wearing a fursuit.
For me?
Yeah.
No, that's actually the South Park Steven Seagal model that someone made for me. This is actually the South Park.
I love it. I love it.
That's awesome.
See, it's not fur, but like a sloth. It's growing.
This is what you need on your show, Elaine. You need a cartoon version of you.
No, because then everyone would be like, Elaine, make them jiggle. It'd be like, no, we're here.
Yeah,
no, oh my God. Nobody would do that.
Nobody was thinking
except for Fat Seagal.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. Anyways.
Hi. Welcome to Hot, Freshly Baked Transgender Voice.
It's Dr. Girlfriend.
Hi, do you want to give me $5? Just $5. I want $5. If all you need is $5. You got to have $5 if you're watching this free content of me asking you for $5. $5.
You're not shaming them enough.
Who was I joking with the other day, Yeti, that I said, I don't know if I could do a show with Fat Steven again.
I think that was with... Yeah.
He triggers my ADD like crazy.
On Saturday. Yeah. I totally forgot what I was saying.
I'm ADD. That's why it works. It's like, all right.
You moved the picture, Steven. You can't see my face now.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Oh,
nice.
Wow. What a pervert.
Yeah, that's
Look. Wait, you have a face?
Oh, sure.
Okay, well, it's been nice knowing you. I want to be still being friends with Lane. I'm out.
Nice face, yeah.
This is the work of the great Mackany 90. Hail Mac.
When he's not doing feet, he's doing everything else.
Oh my god.
I expect that there'll probably be an official press release come Monday.
Yeah, they're going to give the weekend. Yeah,
Lucasfilm.
And the ever professional script doctor brings us back.
Yes,
because we don't have an Alan Horn type that has backed such an action yet. It's very nameless. It's a lot of conjecture and assumptions, and it does fit in line with a Twitter mob, so to speak, mob mentality. But it's not 100% official. And I'm just recalling like mid last year when Gina Carano tweeted that she was so happy to have been participated in season 2 of The Mandalorian, and production is all wrapped up, and she's going to miss those guys. And some people took that out of context that maybe she was not ever coming back, or that her character was going to be killed by season's end. But she didn't respond or do anything to follow up to that. And perhaps maybe she was given notice that, we might not have use for your character for the next couple of seasons or shows that we have in the works right now. So, and what have you.
People would give backlash to that too.
They would, yeah.
Like, she's fantastic. I love watching her.
She is the third most popular character on the show, after Mando and the baby.
I don't think the Mandalorian is that more popular than the baby.
All right, before everyone
I think it was like the baby and probably Cara Dune and then the Mando, only because I mean the Mando is good, but he's strongest when he plays off of other people, because he's faceless, and only the times where he didn't have his helmet off are when we felt the most attached to his character. But again, that's
we don't
playing
know
off
anything
a baby
about
Yoda.
him. That's the other part too. All we know is that he's a foundling, and we don't know what he wants other than like, I have the quest for the kid, which is introduced in the last episode of the first season. So prior to that, we're just following this guy because he wears pretty armor. Like we don't know anything about him.
Before Steven goes, I want to give a quick intermission. That'd be great. Send off for Steven. So can you share my screen quickly, please? I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. Now watch this.
Yeah, I have.
Bernie.
Thought you'd just slip out before dinner.
Oh my god! Oh my
Why
god!
is it so scary when he's on a chair? Well, at least you've already got a chair.
How am I going to replace this?
But you don't really need to replace it. You've already got a chair.
What is that?
This is great.
Resident Evil 7, but they put Bernie as a mod.
It's like The Shining, but scarier.
I can't believe how quick they were able to bring that out, because that happened like the day after the photo.
He's also in Battlefront.
And there he
2.
goes.
He's in Battlefront 2.
Bye, Steven.
So long, Steven.
Crap! Did I click the wrong button?
I wouldn't have done that to y'all.
That was
Mate,
me.
it was so great meeting you, mate.
I thought that was your exit.
I'll let you plug your stuff. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, tell everyone where they can
Steve.
find you.
You can find me at author Stephen Walton. I took a break from YouTube over the last few weeks, but I am back full force, putting out videos. Just have one out talking about this very subject. Please subscribe to everybody on this wonderful panel. Support Yeticast. Thank you for having me on, and be good to each other. Wash your hands and wash your ass. Peace.
You can find his links in the description, and I'll add everyone. I think I might have missed Script Doctor, but you can find all that stuff in the description. So
none of us are on here. What are you talking about? You didn't add any of us. Don't lie. There's only you here.
No. There's
I know. I'm messing with you.
Okay. Like I spent a while trying to get all that stuff in there.
What, you searched our names in the search bar, then you copied and pasted to the description?
That
takes about 5 minutes.
I had to push buttons. I'm like the Jetsons. That is work.
Okay, George. Jorge.
Okay. Oh, go choke on a bone.
Oh, go choke on some 2 deep breaths.
Yeah, I'm subbing to Stephen now.
Oh, thank you.
And by the way, for everybody's ease, I spelled my name with an A. So fuck you guys.
Oh my god, you did
Gary.
too.
Not Gary, it's Gary.
No, it's Jerry, right?
It's no longer Gary, it's Gary.
I identify as a turkey.
I am missing Thanksgiving right now.
Elaine, so you know, I'm the founder of the Blade Runner fan club, bladezone.com. It's like the #1 Blade Runner site in the world, and taken over by my buddy Gary Willoughby.
So now there's two people in that club.
And he's from Ohio, and he has the coolest accent when he talks. When I first met him, I thought he was gay because he goes, "Hi," and I'm like, "Oh, hello." He's like, "No, your name is Gary. My name is Gary," and I'm like, "Okay."
So he's Gary with an A, and you're Gary with an E.
Yes.
Okay.
But I put the A in there today because poor Stephen mispronounced my name.
I'm a turkey. What the hell do you want from me?
Just gobble it up, Steven.
Get in my belly.
Is it true you did the Kissel run in less than 10 parsecs?
Yes, it is true.
All right, cool.
I've been hearing that joke since 1977.
Well, you know what? The only thing that doesn't get old is that joke.
Yep, I concur. I actually like it.
At least I didn't say anything about the Solo movie and how good it was before you did that Kessel run.
Okay, this is what I mean. I'm completely distracted from why we're here.
Script Doctor, bring us back.
Well, we unfortunately, this is going to be a very contentious weekend for a lot of people. I think it's a smart move for Gina.
You're just being contrarian.
Sure. I think it's a smart move for her to go a little silent for the next little bit. I know she's probably going to be barraged by a lot of people wanting a statement and whatnot, and I think she should wait until Disney and the name behind Disney officially makes a statement regarding this new story.
Amen.
I agree. Yeah.
And she can't say anything, otherwise she might inflame the situation one way or the other. She has to stay low. Kind of keep away from all the media.
So, are you concurring, Fat Steven?
What?
Are you concurring?
What?
Do you concur?
What?
You should. Hold
on. I got to answer again.
You should have concurred.
Na. It's so beautiful. No words. Thank you, Jodie Foster.
I should bring my stepdaughter in because she can do dinosaur scream.
I would flip you off, but you know I'm a raptor.
Jesus.
That tail is going crazy.
I know it has ADHD.
That's because he's happy.
Oh, okay. Okay, pick one and leave it because you've got a couple people with ADD. I'm like, ooh, what's going on?
ADD.
He doesn't He has ADD, and he doesn't care that he triggers other people with ADD.
This is the show right here. Just Fat Steven changing his avatar.
And moving in close to the camera.
I'm going to take... I will take responsibility for that because as much as we talk about the most depressing stuff, even like how this stuff is, at least I can make people laugh. Unlike women in the bedroom, they just cry and laughter.
Like, this is my first impression of giving Elaine.
Your first impression...
I am so sorry, Elaine. This was not the best way to initiate you into the group.
Oh, I've been on with Fat Steven. He's
so you're used to him then. Okay, thank God.
He was on my last stream. We had a lot of fun.
And I actually can talk smart, especially when it comes to like the WandaVision stuff. But I'm glad you made me look like the retarded kid who just got off the bus with his helmet. Thank you. Jimmy likes to dump. Jimmy's going for 3-pointer. Jimmy has a concussion. Like,
well, the Doctor has had less regenerations, even with the retcon, than what you have gone through.
I know, right? So, hey, here's my Script Doctor fat version.
Oh shit! You're the Jarbo Doctor.
He's got a badge and everything.
Badge.
Yeah, but better than Matt Jarbo, I'm a combat medic.
Oh, okay. What did he say about Gina? Because you guys
can't find
mentioned
the tweet
that
anymore. But
I can't watch Matt. Keith and I we tried liking him. I mean, he's a nice guy in person. Can't stand watching his show. So negative.
Is it true? It's a very hard battle to get past him in the line of the buffet.
I think you're projecting.
No, that's the dueling lights. You've heard like dueling lightsabers. Him is like dueling forks. You do realize that fat is not what I actually look like, so it's just a representation, right?
Yeah, it's what you're going with, so that's where my jokes are gonna go.
You appropriated my fat. Fuck you.
You know, why don't you go melt yourself and come back to me? Yeah, you suck that.
Don't want to push Fat Steven's buttons. They're two right there, right? Just
yeah. This scarf is deadly. It comes with stunning and brave settings.
Okay, guys, let's get back on track here. I can't look at Fat Steven changing all the time. We had this thing fired up. It was going.
We're so angry.
We should have done this last night. Is when both of us were fucking in a rage.
Yeah.
And Keith, he wanted to be on here today, and he's like, "I'm so sorry, I'm just tired." And I'm like, "Whatever, fuck you." And love you, Keith. And he made it clear where he stands, which is we're in the right. This isn't a left or right thing. This is a what's right and wrong thing. And people need to stop politicizing it. This cancel culture, SJW thing, hides itself in the folds of the liberal movement, and liberals hate them just as much as anybody on the right does.
Okay, here's a question for everyone. Can Disney or The Mandalorian, Lucasfilm, can they redeem themselves and bring back fans?
No, because The Mandalorian is on a 2-year hiatus where they film Boba. They don't got anything. They got nothing. They literally have burned their bridge.
Okay, let me clarify. By bringing Gina back, or is it just done because they burnt their last bridge? Like, can they bring anyone back if they kind of reverse their course?
Well, what they did is they brought us back after losing us after Solo and Last Jedi. Rise of Skywalker is what killed the fandom. It was Last Jedi, and we rejected Solo. It paid the price for Last Jedi. So now they got us to come back. We were timid about doing it. It's like, all right, we're coming. I mean, I was getting people to come back to watch Mandalorian, and now this happens, and it's like, I don't know if they can fully redo it again. This is a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's well, here's the thing. The only way they can kind of bring themselves back is with an official statement about whether or not Gina Carano and her character are going to be part of this newer Star Wars pocket universe, so to speak, the TV Star Wars universe. And we don't know that officially yet. And I think it's like this December 2021 is the Book of Boba Fett. And then after that, it's the next one, in 2022 is going to be your season 3 of Mandalorian, followed up by, I believe, the Ahsoka show is going to be the closest one next, because they're...
Well, I got to tell you, man, the Bobs have to say something.
Yeah, one of the Bobs have to say something for sure.
I think both of them need to.
Well, they should. It'd be, I don't know. They're dealing with a total collapse. At least it seems that way on Twitter. That thing was trending, and the last time I looked, it was it was number 1 last night, and it was not slowing down.
No, in fact, Twitter worked really hard to try to reverse it, and they threw that whole Nazi thing in there. Because they lie all the time. I mean, they say Batwoman is trending. It's like, Batwoman is never trending. Not once.
Yes, it's trending when they still have Kate Kane in the description for the show.
I know. On Twitter, the official Twitter page has Kate Kane still listed. I mean, they're so lazy. They're not even trying.
See, I like it if Batwoman is trending for one reason, when it's followed by hashtag down by the river. Then it's perfect. It just works for me, because I just remember Chris Farley.
She lives in a van down by the river.
That's what's going to happen to you if you do drugs. You're going to be living down by the river.
Okay, it was funny when we did it. You went too far. A bridge too far.
Cancel Yeti. Cancel Yeti. Sad face.
Script Doctor is being really quiet.
I hope I didn't scare anyone away with my samurai confetti.
I think Script Doctor is getting a drink or going to the bathroom.
No, I'm here. I'm just listening and thinking about the old anime cartoon show Samurai Pizza Cats.
That was a great one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But what did you think, Elaine? Can they bring it back? Can if they reverse course in any way, can they bring fans back?
I think the opportunity is always there, because people love Star Wars. They love what it is, the universe itself. I think if they just stop letting these real world political issues seep into the story itself, because it really hampers people's enjoyment. We get enough of reality in our day-to-day lives. We get enough, politics, and we connect with these universes because we can escape into them, we can enjoy them, we connect to these and relate to these characters through the fantastic circumstances and challenges that they go through. And when we have these stories in our faces all the time, it really just drags you down. It hampers your enjoyment. It hampers, I don't know, them buying merchandise and investing in these things, because you can easily go something else, a different franchise, a different story, whatever you feel like you can be immersed in. People will respond to that. I think there's always a chance for them to come back. Honestly, I didn't think when Luke Skywalker appeared on the scene, that was a huge deal for me. It completely took me by surprise, and it seemed like a really good positive step to at least trying to correct the ship and to right the course and to appease or to please fans. So I feel like that's going to be there, but they really need to start thinking about the fans. They need to start stop trying to micromanage. If they're going to micromanage, be consistent.
You're right, Elaine. I mean, that's what they were trying to do. They were really, Jon Favreau in particular, Filoni as well, to a lesser degree, because Favreau, I believe, unlike all those people in entertainment who claim to be nerds, Favreau is a real one, because I've known that for years, back before he did any of this shit.
Oh, I picture him writing the script with toys around him. That's how I picture him.
I don't even think that. I think also Favreau comes from a very stable mindset, because I'm going to throw this out there, kind of like the Zodiac thing. He's a Libra, so he's very balanced. He tries to see both sides of the coin, but also makes him very undecided. I know this because I have the same birthday as him, and I'm the same way.
Before you share that, Elaine has to get going, so I just want to let her have her final thoughts, and then plug whatever she's got going on. Where can everybody find her?
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me on. This is a fun chat. Obviously, I wish it was better circumstances for us to talk about. But there's some positive things we can talk about. There was an awesome charity stream last night, raised on Drunk 3PO's stream. So there was some good news from yesterday. And I think that's important too.
It was like over $40,000.
They still have 2 days left. It's
2 days
going,
left. Yeah.
Isn't it?
That's
go over
fantastic.
there and donate. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, not at all. So that's what I would like to focus on. I try, and on my channel too, I try to focus on things that I'm excited and passionate about.
Very positive. You're a very positive show. Keith and I both watch you. We already subscribed to you on Twitter.
With binoculars.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They didn't know you had a channel at first.
We had no idea you were a female. I saw the name Nerd Cookies, and I'm like, I wonder what this dude's all about. And then I heard the voice, and I'm like, oh, it's AI.
Really? The avatar didn't give it away?
I did not know. I only saw the cookie logo. I've never seen the avatar before today.
So. Yeah, that's not my. But thank you. Thanks. Yeah. Well, thank you for checking the channel out. And you find me on YouTube and on Twitter at Nerd Cookies. I cover a variety of sci-fi and fantasy content and stuff that I'm excited about. I'll cover news and lore, and thank you all so much again.
Thank you for coming. And
it was really nice meeting you.
Yes.
Next time we'll have some more positive stuff, or I don't know, be better behaved.
That's not funny. But I had a question. Are you going to be doing the next episode of WandaVision with script again?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
What is it?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want that guy anywhere near my channel. Steven, get away from me.
I don't know if I'm going to do it like a
review
episode by episode. You know what I mean? Like because I just did a few episodes came out, and then I did my thoughts.
Oh.
So I might wait till the season is over, which
is that because of this news, or just because you find it a little bit better to do it in chunks?
Well, probably both. Well, actually, it does take the wind out of my sails a little bit in regards to that. But I wouldn't. I'm not going to say you should boycott something or not. Just it's your choice, whatever. But I'll probably because I'm going to watch WandaVision, like whatever your thoughts are towards Disney Plus, and you do you. I'm just gonna...
Yeah. Okay.
And there are other means to watch. Of course, other people know this. Other means to watch these things, but I might wait until the season is over. We'll see, because the episodes are so short. 20 minutes and 10 minutes of credits. I don't know.
Yeah, those credits are very long.
Yeah, it's like, because I'm looking, it's like, is this the end? And I'm like, and I hit the remote to pause it, and I'm like, there's like almost 15 minutes left.
And nothing at the end. Nothing at the end. Don't fall.
No, except every credit's redone in different languages. That's pretty much it. I've gone through that with a fine-tooth comb. Trust me.
Oh boy.
Well, they have that for the Mandalorian, but they have way more people on the.
But that's how I found out that they had Joss Whedon tagged in the credits for the first 2 episodes. I was like, why is Joss Whedon in this? It was really weird.
I don't know.
He technically cast Elizabeth Olsen as.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
So he'd get credit anyways.
Yep.
Oh, okay. But it's a good way also to find out what actors are playing. So since we didn't see Agent Wu in the first episode, we couldn't figure out who the radio was. It pretty much summed it up in the credits.
Yeah.
The same as they keep having this one version of the song that's in every episode, yet I've never heard the song. It's the Beach Boys song. I have to remember the title, but if you actually look through the credits,
Would it be nice, or which one?
That's what I have to remember, but it's a Beach Boys song, and I never hear it in the show, so I'm wondering if it's like one of those weird Easter eggs they're throwing in there.
Yeah, because like I've had times where a song is played and I didn't hear it because there was so much other shit going on, and I'm going to bet that's probably what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's something to consider, I guess, later down the road if Elaine decides to do another live stream to close out the show. She will, of course, be up to her.
Well, I will tune in.
If she does, I'm certain everybody here will tune in. And if we're on able
and Elaine, Keith and I would love to have you on the show sometime. Doc's going to be one of our guest hosts, and this is our 3rd season and 3rd year, and we're planning to have a lot of guest hosts from other shows that we listen to.
Aw,
except Fat Steven. No, we will not. We will do an episode with Fat Steve. You watch. I'll have.
It's not all about you, Fat Steven.
I don't think that at all in the slightest. I'm pretty much very humble, and I was only going to give a warning. Don't laugh at me, Elaine. You know that's.
I think it stings more from Elaine because she's just so sweet. And so
I think I know when Elaine laughs, it's not to be mean. I don't think she comes from that ever. So the fact that she still talks to me without mace, I'm good.
She still hasn't. She's just hiding it behind her back.
I thank y'all for making me laugh today. It's been a very odd day and a roller coaster.
Well, it's nice to have some levity in such a frustrating day.
Yeah. It really has been. And I'd love to have you back on some other time when there's better news and
better people.
Better people. You've said it, not me.
You were going to.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, the only real nice people in this episode was Elaine and Script Doctor.
Thanks.
I think the rest of us are kind of jerks.
I am a gentleman.
I mean, I am. There's one of the ways we advertise the show is Keith's the guy who brings the knowledge, and I'm just a dick.
If I don't joke, I probably don't like you.
So, you know how I am. It's like
I know
if I don't fuck with you, I don't like you.
Yeah. And watch out! No, watch out for him. Be careful because he knows how to screw with people.
Oh yeah, some of the nasty stuff I've done to my friends.
God, I wish I didn't.
Well, if you're not done scaring Elaine,
I know.
On that note,
Have a great night, Elaine.
Good night.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Please don't block me from your channel.
So,
okay, everybody can relax, let out their guts now that she's gone.
Because that's what I've been doing the whole time.
Yeah, suck in the gut, guys. We're the Ghostbusters.
Now, just to tell you, the guy who came on my page and was just
ew.
He came on my page. It's all over the place. So gross. And I'm like, clean that up. Clean it. And it's like I called him 2 choice names, the C word and the P word. I said, you're the C word because of the fact that you just come in and do a drive-by comment. You're the P word because you blocked me right after you did it. The thing you forget is I know where you live and you have to go to the cons I go to. And I will absolutely fucking out him at the con for doing it.
And the song in question was "Help Me, Rhonda." So if you guys,
that's a great one. Yeah,
that's a great song.
That song is actually in the series in the credits, but I've never heard it. I've even gone very slowly. I never hear it.
It's
it's
got to be in there
played,
somewhere.
But if it's not played, it's a very good play on words because the whole thing is "help me" and everyone's trapped within Westview. So you have to think about the double entendre with it.
And it's Rhonda, which sounds similar to Wanda. And,
yeah, you see where I'm going with this
Wanda,
now?
help me, Wanda.
Help me, Wanda. Yeah. So thank you, Tim, for that. I was trying to remember the name.
Is that Tim? Oh, thanks, Tim. Hey, Tim. Fuck you, Tim. No, I like you. You're cool. You're awesome.
No, I don't like you. Now I like you. Now I don't like you.
Tim Kringle. Junior.
Well, yeah, he really is showing off his ADD.
But at the same time, I'm going to go back to what you guys were saying before. Like, we're not going to get a statement until Monday, probably. They're trying to see if they can get her back or whether or not it was a lie. They're probably trying to figure out a story that can not only save them face online, but with their investors, the streaming services and everything. They have a lot of burning bridges, and I think they're frantic.
Well, they're frantic. Top trending cancel. I mean, you're talking thousands of people canceled last
year. Well, at least 20,000 in a single night.
And wasn't it multiple hashtags?
I mean, I've also heard, like, before the Disney investors call late last year, I heard that they were most likely going to have a Cara Dune specific show. Yeah. And it wasn't going to be the Marshalls.
Yeah, the Rangers.
No, it wasn't going to be the Rangers. It was going to be her own thing because the Rangers is most likely going to be the X-Wing pilots.
Yep, based off the Rogue Squadron, right?
That's not the Rogue. It's not the Rogue Squadron. It's going to be the Asian guy in Wolf.
Fat Mr. Miyagi. Okay.
Yes, him. Fat Mr. Miyagi. It was going to be him and a couple of other new characters because they go around trying to patrol the Outer Rim, and they're Rangers, and they're giving marshal badges and whatnot. And there's stories that on the Ranger side of things, Timothy Olyphant's character might make a cameo as being part of that.
That should be interesting.
But the thing is, this has all just been circulating around during the new year, and nothing was 100%. And then they announced a couple of shows that nobody thought was going to be a thing. So, like, there's still some scrambling going on there. But it's all kind of very weird because this is not – a lot of people thought that these shows were coming out in 2021. It's like, no, these are shows coming out closer to 2023, 2024, 2025. Like, that's their long game right now. Disney is still building a massive infrastructure in order to get these productions going. And right now, this is the year of it's going to be a front-loaded Marvel year for Disney and Disney Plus up until I think the end of the summer. Then there's going to be a break. Then it's going to go Book of Boba Fett, and then it'll probably go into whatever's next on Marvel's slate for Disney Plus in 2022. And I don't know 100% what that's going to be. But I know it's not going to involve any Star Wars shows till at least October of 2022.
Yeah, and they're going to be. Oh my God, they're going to be struggling now.
Oh, I think so. Because there were a lot of people canceling. Tons of posts of people putting up their cancel messages and telling them exactly why they did it. Because treatment of Gina Carano and. They're done. They're fed up, and I don't think they're going to get those people back.
Funny part is I canceled. I just wanted to say I canceled after Mando ended, and I joked last night. I just want to renew my account just so I can cancel again.
See,
the other part too is they're not going to get the numbers of the official cancellation numbers aggregated until Monday morning, like early Monday morning.
Yeah, and we can't trust anything
Monday or Tuesday with regards to Gina Carano because they're going to see and be able to aggregate all those comments as to why the thing was canceled, and they'll have to make a choice, and they'll probably say something official like, "Yes, we have no plans for Gina Carano, but she has not left our Disney family." When a project arises with her
reports of her death are greatly exaggerated.
That type of thing, yeah.
I had a question script, and I want to know if maybe you can help me with this answer. Now that this stuff is happening, and a lot of other actors who want to maybe think about working for Disney or Disney's approached, do you think this is going to change the whole outcome of whether or not it's safe to even work for them anymore, due to the fact that if the online community doesn't like them, they'll try to cancel them in a second? Do you think this has also caused a threat for them getting new talent?
Not so much a threat for getting new talent, but what it does prove is that, a social media outlet like this can actually change the world, because if it can affect one person's life, it can affect everyone's potentially. just takes time. So a lot of people who want to argue that, you know, there are certain rules to the game and they can't be changed, well, Twitter's proving the opposite to be true. So you have to take that into account. And the thing is that is there enough of the more rationalized people to allow for the rules to be refined so that they don't do harm in the case of what we've kind of seen this weekend and what we've seen in the past through cancel culture and whatnot. That's the big issue. It's like rational people don't end up spending 8 hours a day on Twitter repeating and retweeting hashtags over and over again to get them trending, but it might unfortunately have to become that as the case, just in order to remind everyone else that, hey, the loud vocal minority should not be dictating the rules, and neither should mob mentality be dictating the rules.
Well, this falls under what we've all talked about before, is that Disney doesn't really understand the Twitter sphere. They don't understand what actually matters and doesn't. And so that's why they put so much credence into these loud minorities.
They don't understand people. They don't understand anyone on the lower tiers of life, society, anything. They do not understand the point of view of a viewer, of a watcher, of a consumer.
Said the cartoon character.
They're so desperate for the advertising numbers that they go for the quickest return of information, which is unfortunately the internet. I mean,
well, it's like my buddy, I told you about this before, Kurt Yeager from Sons of Anarchy. That guy had a shot at being a major character on a Cinemax series. He played a main character the first season. They were talking about having him come back, but it was all based on how many followers he had online.
See, that's what I'm wondering, if this is going to just make people less likely to have that type of profile. Because if I'm going to work for Disney, the first thing I do, I think I'd shut down all social media. I just wouldn't engage. But that kind of hurts yourself because
just promotion, no engagement, don't allow comments.
Yeah, but that kind of hurts yourself because some of the reasons why people love Gina is the way she treated fans.
So, she interacts with. She's interacted with me.
Yeah, and that's. Like that's going to hurt a lot of the shows or careers. But what's the flip side? You end up getting canceled.
Just it. It's like, it's like we could keep it as it is and risk cancellation of people, or we just stop doing this shit and be more responsible and accountable. And you can't expect woke people to ever be accountable or responsible.
Oh no, I actually heard it from Az over at Heel versus Babyface. He put it quite efficiently. You can lead a horse to water, but can't force them to drink, and you can lead an SJW to context, but you can't force them to listen.
Or understand. You can't teach a dead dog new tricks, especially if that dog's already dead.
What is it with you and dogs?
I don't know. What's with you and breaking down my saying? I don't. Yeah, that's right. I need a pet and some barbecue sauce.
It's my way of interacting with that goddamn cartoon. Every time I look up, I'm like, oh my God, stop looking.
I'm focusing on Script Doctor's icon.
Yeah, I keep looking over at Script Doctor and yours because I'm afraid to look over, because I'll look up and I'll see fucking Fat Steven's eyes blink or his mouth move. And then it's Adam. There you go.
See, if you guys had the same web browser that I had, which is Opera GX, you could actually pop out Fat Steven's window, and it's just a black square there, and then you can shrink it down into the bottom.
What the hell, man?
How do you do that? That's crazy. Yeah. You're talking crazy now. That's
I can even do that with Gary's too.
Suckers.
Well, there's no reason with mine. I'm adorable.
If you cover your face.
Plus, I got Baby Yoda. Don't want to lose that, dude. Come on.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. There's the virtue signaling for the ladies right there.
That's how he brings them in.
Well, hey, you want to see my Baby Yoda?
Look at my Baby Yoda.
You want to touch the Force? You do.
Well, the thing is that I have a good feeling in the back of my mind that we're going to get some solid answers just after the weekend regarding this, and I'd be very shocked but not surprised that if Disney were to support the so-called spokesperson's claims with regards to Gina Carano.
Yeah, because that's ridiculous. She didn't actually say anything.
I know.
That was bad.
She hasn't written any. She posts GIFs and images of other things that are inspirational. I mean,
I find her one of the most proactive people I've ever seen.
They also can't meme, right, Jerry? That's the whole problem. They can't meme, so they automatically think everything is serious. That she's taking a jab, and she's not. Like a lot of these things are actual memes on a lot of YouTube. So eventually, you're going to develop the same type of humor and the relation to some of the things. And if everyone's just nitpicking it apart and considering it hateful or this or that, you're not getting the whole fact of people can still be funny and bring up a serious topic at the same time. And
I would have learned how to do that.
I would have figured the image she posted of all the neon letters, which has a nice little secret message in there, would have had more of a recourse than.
I loved it.
I mean, I liked it too, but like would have had more of a recourse than her. Then basically just quoting a page from I think either a book or an article with regards to how a social agenda can be used to weaponize friends into enemies. That's what it really is. It's about weaponizing friends into enemies.
But Script, you even heard, you watch Az, you know what's going on. He's even said this. It's even happening in England right now, or Britain right now, isn't it?
It's happening in Great Britain. It's been happening in France for about 8 years at least.
We're talking about like since the coup thing started, that people are ratting on their neighbors because there's too many people in the house.
Well, it's happening in Quebec.
Well, I don't really expect Quebec to understand that anything. But
like they're the same. Like
we can't here in America over COVID. You know, people ratting on people over COVID. You have, like you said, too many people in the house. They're not wearing a mask. Not taking into consideration whether they've been inoculated and or had it and can't get it again for a while. It's just you have to wear a mask. Jesus Christ.
Well, did you guys ever see some of those videos where they broke in? They had police like breaking into houses because they had too many people. One was in Canada, I think in Quebec, and
that was in Quebec.
Yeah, there were 6 people there, and they just they come up to the door and start dragging people out. Like, come on, guys.
I'm a big supporter of law enforcement.
But that's an abuse of the law enforcement.
But it's sort of like that's the problem is, and this is where you'll see a lot of leaders in law enforcement refusing to obey orders. But you're seeing this where these guys are being used by the local government to really enforce laws that are unconstitutional or whatever you have in Canada.
We have a constitution in Canada, yes.
Yeah, it's then you know what I'm talking about.
It's like a crayon scripture.
It's been around.
Okay, no, it's not a crayon scripture. No, we use pencil crayons.
In Canada, they have the Carmina Burana.
No, we had the British North America Act for quite a while, and then we ratified that and updated with the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which has been reused as the Universal Charter of Rights and Freedoms and been modeled after other countries. The other countries have it better because they don't have a notwithstanding clause, which I think is the worst part of our own constitution, because it allows a premier government official.
Yeah, you're forgetting.
Tim Tringle, you are right. You are completely right, Tim Tringle.
You're forgetting the one thing that we also added to the charter. It was the Tim Hortons charter back in.
Everybody has their own Tim Hortons. Yeah,
that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Well, it's useful because
that's a Canadian inside joke.
It is, and right now, Script just thought about a double for some reason.
Yep. Double with a chocolate dip and apple fritter.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't like the apple fritters, but I like the double dip that they're eclairs.
As long as it's not a hat on hat thing.
But okay, so if Gina's going to end up being canceled for this type of thing, are they going to go after all the other BS on the flip side? Because right now,
if they are politically identify as something other than the radical left, then yeah, probably. It's just a matter of time for them to make enough. Stir enough of the pot to get the attention of those crazies that want to do such a horrible thing.
And the funny part to me is that they don't want to give room for people with conservative views a place to speak, but then they turn right around when there is a place for them to leave and go to. They try to shut them down.
That was more of a, I think I was listening to Script talk about this earlier. That was more of an Amazon and Twitter signing an agreement thing and just knocking out the competition. Or I don't know who was saying this today, but I remember hearing this.
No, I heard this from actually comics like a few days ago. Amazon and Twitter have an agreement that like they signed a contract for themselves. So what they end up doing is they've most likely colluded with other entities to squash Parler because Amazon was also co-financing or at least providing support.
That had a lot to do with it because I saw that in the news as well. And of course, Parler said that it was going to come back and was back, but it's not really back. It's just a page you can go to and like read stuff right now.
Well, I haven't even checked it. You know, I had one set out to reach more and more people, but since it's gone, like I forget about it. You know, now I'm dealing with Minds and Twitter, and it's it's something that doesn't even cross my mind now.
It's all good.
There you go.
It got hit, but
Yeti. There you go. That's what's up.
I don't even get that. I still get a 404 error.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that's because you're trying to put in the feed. You have to just go to parler.com.
I took away the feed. It was giving me that too.
Because if you go to the feed, you get this. And, basically there was an agreement. There was an agreement between Amazon and Parler. And for some reason, which goes along with what you were talking about with the agreement with Twitter, they reneged on their agreement with Parler and shut down their servers. Oh, hey, Greg's here.
Yeah. He wasn't able to come at the beginning, so he was going to join us a little bit later. And so it's great to have you.
Hey, it's good to be here, guys. How you doing?
I'm still waiting for my card.
How you doing, Greg?
Doing good. How you guys?
I'm doing really good, buddy.
Where's the card?
What card?
You don't want a card.
Oh, this falls into what we were talking about the other night when we did the episode about The Room. I actually said Greg's name twice.
Was it a good yell or was it wait? Oh, Greg. Oh, Greg.
So he works like Beetlejuice.
In the movie The Room, it's like anytime somebody comes into the room, the other character says their name. Oh, hi, Dan. Oh, hi, Phil.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Hi, Greg.
That was uncanny. Hi, Mark. That was uncanny.
Yeah, the store one is the one that cracks me up. When
here you go.
That's me. How much is it?
It'll be $18.
Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Did the dog just say you're my favorite customer?
That's what it looked like. But no,
that's what it looks like.
I was picturing that in black.
You didn't show the first part. Show the first part.
Oh, I don't have that on here right now.
Oh, God damn it. Yeti. That's the best part because he walks up and he's got his sunglasses on and she goes, oh, I didn't realize it was you. Looking right at him.
It's like, sunglasses are like a mask.
I didn't think there's going to be any situation where I'd be able to use it again. So I was clearing some of the things out.
You bastard.
I know.
Anyway, how is your sex life?
Not so good. Not so good.
It's all right. My hands are not carpal yet.
Whoa, hey.
No calluses, right?
Oh, hey. It's, it's like a koala bear crapped a rainbow in my brain.
It was a sad day when we lost him.
Captain Murphy is one of those voices for those characters that you don't usually find. He's like Kevin Conroy with Batman. You don't get those very often.
From Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. That guy was just what a voice actor, and then fucking died, and it's like, oh, that's right, we're mortal.
And Tornado Shanks, I'm sorry, he couldn't live up to it. He was all right, but he wasn't a Captain Murphy.
Oh, hi,
you know
Mark.
What disappoints me is us losing the Venture Bros.
Yeah, that was such
bullshit.
Lost.
They're not lost. Supposedly they're still crowdfunding. They're trying to get that last season done.
We need it. We need them to go. It's like I've said this. They have so much money. Trey Parker and Matt Stone. They should create their own fucking network of nothing but shit like that.
Well, they'd have to make it pretty much an online-only network because they'll never get it be able to on broadcast or normal cable access shows.
I think that'd be fine, though.
Well, that's the way things are going anyway. Yeah. That's the way it's going anyway.
Hey, the Venture Brothers could definitely crowdfund another season. I mean, their first season was done on Macromedia Flash 5. So...
Yeah, and the animation was so bad, but
the models were actually on par. It was just the limited movement and stuff that you couldn't really do a whole lot with, but you didn't care because it was
you really notice it in the zoom ins and the pans. That's where it really showed what it was.
Tiger Bomb. Oh,
yeah, I think they're one of the only shows out there that do everything by hand. All the drawings, it's all done by hand. It's not computer generated stuff, and that's what takes them so long.
Or technically, it's kind of done by mouse, actually.
Okay,
because I've actually ported some of their stuff and used them for memes in my videos, and I can see them frame by frame. And yeah, it's definitely like a still model. They alter little bits of it here and there, especially in the 3rd and 4th seasons. And it's not a proper.
Yeah, the animation is done in layers at the joints and shit like that, but it's genius. I mean, look how far we've come since that Flash animation started on Adult Swim, and that led to Archer and them. I mean, it's just great stuff. Archer, we wouldn't have Archer if it weren't for Frisky Dingo.
Frisky Dingo. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Space Ghost, The Brack Show, Sea Lab.
Love the Brack Show.
Brack Show was great. I don't know,
Okay, so here's my question: are we going to lose all of this kind of offensive comedy now?
No,
because it seems like we're losing more and more. You don't see
lost.
They're making it more difficult, but the fact is, we have to fight for this.
You either get physical media.
That's really what this is. This was a battle cry. They took a shot across our bow and they celebrated it. And it's like, that's it. When you and I got angry, Yeti, that was really a consensus thing, because you'll see that across the board with nerddom. All of us got fucking angry last night.
Oh, furious.
Like I was pissed to the point where I actually went on West Moody's and I actually snapped a little bit, but we had one of the funniest shows ever. And if you ever see Vigilante Williamson ask about Stevie Wonder and golf balls, and he'd be like, "You've been talking about Stevie," because you had to be there. And I hope I get the clips. But
Stevie Wonder,
you'll get it. Atlantean knows too. It was so good. It was just perfect timing.
I showed up in there to watch, and I was furious. I don't know if you caught some of the things I was saying, but I was just angry.
You heard this. You heard the Stevie Wonder talk, right? We're like, well, look here now. We're gonna get the golf balls and see if Stevie Wonder can actually.
No, I think I missed some of that because I was talking to Script after our stream, and so we were just chatting and. I don't know how long we were talking for, but as soon as I got off my phone, I just see messages blowing up about Gina, and that's how I found out. It was several hours after everyone else, and then it was just like the rage hit.
I mean,
it hit while we were watching Drunk Stream. It was crazy. So we stopped our live stream we were watching. We restarted and we started reporting it. Me and Amanda from AGP, because she's awesome. She's actually helped me out get a little more comfortable with live streams. We had in the first one, Geeky Pixie showed up, then Stig showed up, and I've never had people on the panel like that. So, and from there we went to Wes's. But what's cool is that me and Lorraine were actually asked to be part of panelists for an upcoming Comic-Con, an online Comic-Con. Yeah, which is pretty sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
That's cool.
And tomorrow we'll have RMB.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun show.
It is. We're gonna go hardcore.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh God!
I turn away for 1 second, and I come back to see a raccoon presenting himself.
That's a red panda, and this was an actual cartoon on Sci-Fi, the Magical Girl Squad. You remember that, where it's like they turned into their superhero forms by smoking a bong and eating their after morning pills or their.
I have a live reaction here of Script.
Go! I love that.
Not far off.
But if they want to go into a multiverse, right? This red panda talks, and that's literally what they say. They have to stick their fingers in their butthole, to go to another universe. I'm not kidding. And this is on Sci-Fi.
I've never heard of this show.
That's just obscure comedy for the sake of being obscure. It's like it doesn't have any substance to that.
Okay.
Yeah, like it just doesn't.
Oh God, he screwed up my whole flow. That little asshole. I was doing okay.
Yeticast's joke, that's even funnier because he remarks that little asshole, and that's exactly what's up there. It's just a very tiny.
No, but. I had this whole flow going on in my head, and then it was just.
That's what I do. I break the anger because we need it. That's my gift.
Yeah, but it.
You can't even get angry at it because I'm right.
I don't know what you are.
What are you?
I'm He-Man. By the power of sarcasm, I will win.
I question our friendship more and more every single day. He's like, oh, I have a friend?
What are friends? I don't.
Dear Tom from MySpace.
They don't compute.
What the hell, man.
Yeah. So when I found out, like, I had to calm myself down because I was just on edge.
You and I were talking when it happened. It was just like you and I were raging.
And there was people. There were a couple people that responded to you that like I had to walk away from because I was. It was some of the things that they said. There was something about Keith, and I don't know if you caught that, but I ended up catching it, and it made me so angry. I was.
I didn't catch it. I don't read negative people. I block them. I don't care. I don't.
Yeti. You got to take the new thing now. If you don't let them anger you, that means you respect the words that are coming out of their mouths and they're trying to.
Well, because it wasn't to me, it was to Keith.
It doesn't matter.
What did they say to
look
Keith?
Beyond it.
Well, I'll tell you backstage. I want to bring it out here. It's just
type it in the private chat.
Yeah. Okay.
You know those
oh my
things.
God! Don't send me a dick pic again. Jesus Christ!
all my message to you always include a dick pic.
I know. The last one was Richard Nixon.
The last time he sent a dick pic, Yeti had to include a picture of a magnifying glass to find it.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a Richard pic. That's what I'm going to do.
Richard pic.
I sent you a dick pic. Like, what'd you send me? And then it's a picture.
Oh, are you serious? He did that? Oh.
Yeah. So I had to step away because I was going to lose it, and if it was to me, I could let it slide, but going off to someone else, that's what really got under my skin.
You can actually get somebody banned for that. I mean, that's a racist epithet. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was bad.
But this is what they do. They want you to get upset. They want to see you triggered. They want to feed off that because then they can fall back in the thing like, oh, you're just mad. As long as you don't get mad.
It's a form of that energy vampires.
Yeah.
It's like, or as Jung called it, they're extroverts. A lot of people think extrovert means I'm outgoing. No, an extrovert is somebody who requires energy from external sources. And these people are like that. Good God, your dick got big.
He's looking at baby
actual
Yoda
size.
This, yeah.
I'm looking.
Really. So things are not closer as they get closer to my cam. Really? It's almost an inch, bro. Congrats. You're almost
I got to tell you something fun. I've been watching my dog.
I have.
Every few minutes, my dog is coming into the room and she has a stuffed wolf, and she's a little tiny dog.
Yeah.
And she has this stuffed wolf that's about a foot tall. And because I was like loving on that fake dog one night, just playing around going, look, such a good dog. Yes. She humps the shit out of that dog now to dominate it. And I just turn around and she's scooting across the floor backwards, humping the hell out of it. Then she just disappears out of sight. And I can still hear that skit sound.
So this is your daily injection of dog porn. Tune in tomorrow where we follow up with the cat.
I got to tell you, man, a lot of dog porn in this house.
I disavow. This has gone so far off the point that we were at, and I blame Fat Steven.
Everyone blames me.
Of course, it's Fat Steven. He starts all of this shit with us.
Yep.
And
where would we be without Fat Steven?
It's all that Crisco he has around anywhere. It's just slippery.
See, right back to the fat joke. He literally just beat up a 5th grader for that joke.
You've had the smelly, wet Yeti thing on there forever. So
he smells like a wet wampa. Well, I'm only back.
And that's all you ever use. So come up with something a little bit better.
Yeah, I've got a friend that whenever he gets mad at me, the only thing that ever comes out of his mouth is fat fuck.
That's pretty much what he's doing, but with fat jokes. It's the same thing.
Mary, that's our secret.
I think Script is like, why am I here? I think Tom is on.
Well, I'm just disappointed because like Fat Steven Seagal has been here so long, but he hasn't demonstrated any sort of martial arts or karate or gun wielding skills.
I know.
Well, the joke I made the other night talking about The Room was that Steven Seagal, because I've said this before, Steven Seagal would have been like whatever his name is, Wasow or whatever his name is, if he didn't know martial arts.
Yeah.
The thing is, I told you guys this before, but did you know that Steven Seagal was actually considered to play the part of Michael Keaton's 1989 Batman?
Yeah,
No.
I read.
Yeah.
No,
Him
I
and
read.
Bill Murray
I
were
read
up
some more
for
about
Batman
that.
roles in the 80s.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine seeing that guy run in the bat suit like he runs in his movies? Like
With
barely,
that one arm flapping.
Yeah. Why am I not falling off yet? What the hell?
Whenever he runs, that right arm just flaps free from the body like a loose skin flap.
You have to listen real close when he talks. Says, "I'm Batman."
I read the best script ever. Really? What was it? I wrote it.
Theme Park's in the room. Hey, Theme Park.
Well, just remember, wherever Fat Steven stands, he's on deadly ground because it may collapse underneath him.
And my waistline is under siege.
You know,
remember,
he got that fire down below.
Say that, so.
Yeah, but remember, you could always just give him a gut shot straight.
The only thing, if he gives me a gut shot, he'll punch his monitor and not me.
Yeah, and his parts are a force of execution. So.
Okay, so we haven't
heard
heard anything of what any of Fan Zone's thoughts. Like, did you have any type of reaction to this?
Fan Zone. It's
Who's Fan Zone?
Okay.
Hi, welcome to the show, Fan Zone. Great.
It's good to be here. I've just come back from the
Zone all about.
Fan Zone.
You sure do got a pretty mouth, that Zone fan.
Thank you.
What are you zoning for fans?
What is the deal with fans in the zone? They're not actually fans, and they're not actually in the zone.
We're adjacent to the Phantom
Zone? You're
you're
in the
Phantom Zone.
Yeah,
I get it.
Okay. You live in a mirror.
No, I was like you guys when I found
even
out.
like, fuck.
When I found out, I was mad. I was really truly mad, but I don't know, man. It's like I kind of when I get mad, I get quiet, so I don't like to talk about it because I'm afraid to let myself go, because if I do, then I may never come back from saying shit that I really, really, really want to say. But it really pisses me off.
Filter. You have a really good filter.
My filter is very strong, and it's. Tell you what, man, it almost broke last night, though.
Yeah,
it almost did.
Mine is good until a point, and then I'll just get mean, and I didn't want to go that bridge. Like, I didn't want to go to that length, because then the genie's out of the bottle, and you can't get any of that stuff back. But they the people out there were really testing my patience. And
Star Wars girl goes after him.
Yeah.
I must have published like 7 or 8 of her posts going after people, making fun of them, and I'm like, oh my god, she's awesome.
Well, that's kind of why I don't want to do it, because I think it kind of brings them to you.
Yeah. Well, you kind of. I'm not saying she's lowering herself, but I feel like if I did that. Because I'm mean when I say things. She's just pointing it out. Whereas I would make fun of their man.
Yes. Yeah. That's a difference. I would have gone vicious, and then it would then I couldn't get any of those things back.
Yeah. Whereas if you go to my Facebook page, Yeti, you will see I let it loose. That's what led to one of my friends doing what they did, and then I let loose on them, and I'm like, Keith and I have had a problem with him for years, and he did something almost akin to what you sent privately to me of what they said about Keith, and I'm like, you're so advanced as a person that you just debased yourself by showing just how racist you really are.
Yeah,
and SJWs are. It's like the whole thing about Aunt Jemima. It's like, so let me get this straight. You had a prominent black woman based on a real person, a model, and you decided to whitewash it and take the black person off the label. Well done. Well done. There you go. That's how to get rid of representation.
Yeah, I didn't understand that one because it's like they're getting rid of the most prominent figure that's in almost all households. If she
was better known than Betty fucking Crocker.
Yes, yeah. Like as soon as I think of maple syrup, I thought of her, and you don't get that overnight. Like, they're going to screw themselves over in the long run, and it seems downright racist to have it removed. I can't see any other way from having this prominent black woman removed off of all the advertising. And now
she actually moved in onto the Uncle Ben box, and they're now subletting that one box.
They're taking Uncle Ben's off too, though.
Yeah, they're doing that too. Mrs. Butterworth is safe because she's white. Nothing racist about doing all that stuff they did. No.
Like, that's what I don't understand. The people pushing to get rid of them are the actual racists. It's not.
It's like that Cherokee nation.
They kept the land and got rid of the native.
Yeah. They were told they couldn't use
the butter.
They couldn't use not the butter. The real Cherokee nation, as I recall, it was one of the nations, and they were told that by the state that they couldn't have their logo or whatever it was because it was racist, and it represents them, the tribe, and they had to pay a fine. Oh, people are fucking crazy.
I'm working on a new book. It's called Santa's Husband Kissed Fat Steven's Ass.
But yeah, Land O'Lakes is another one that happened with. But
there are certain ones that maybe you can start creating arguments for, and you could hear that. But most of these, it doesn't make any sense to have the most prominent figure removed from households. And who's actually calling for it? Because I don't think it's normal people. I think it's just that very small, loud minority of people on Twitter. The ones that are angry about everything.
Oh my God, Tim just said, took the land and got rid of the Indian, Land O'Lakes. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you just made my wife go, ooh. I don't know if you could hear her over there. She's like,
all I heard was, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Salty. God.
Oh,
good statement.
Okay, guys. I think we've probably kind of talked everything that we can about Gina. So, do you guys want to start wrapping this up?
I just got here.
We're waiting for Fan Zone to show up, aren't we?
Fan Zone.
Well, I guess I can do two things. One, because Fanzine has so much trouble playing videos on his channel.
I do. It sucks so bad.
I'm on that Ohio internet.
I gotta crank it.
We only just got indoor plumbing, man.
My phone, my dial tone is still going.
You know your internet's bad when the next door Mennonite has to come over and break religious values to plug in your toaster.
God, what you are such a cracker, Greg.
I know, I'm so white.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster is dead.
I'm going to go and I'm going to find the video for you. So I'm going to play it here on the show.
Okay. And I want to know why Script Doctor isn't making some of these jokes in the actual chat, because they are awesome.
Because he respects the Fat Steven. There's no code of honor. You can't even spell cod right, Script. What is this? No fish of honor? What?
Yeah,
there is no cod of honor. There's no honor at the buffet. It's me first, then me second, then me third, then me fourth, and then maybe you, then me fifth.
There's this dude I follow on Instagram who's always putting like polls in his story, and it's always like Steven Seagal versus like carrots or.
Yes, I've seen those.
Is that T-shirt?
He always uses.
I laugh so hard.
That's the same guy that probably keeps using the same carrot gif on every post of mine.
All right, this is the theme, but recorded for Greg and I, because we're going to be using the
15 minutes.
No, it's not. We're going to be playing this on both our channels for our 80s nights. And I asked Tom to record this, and he recorded for both of us. So here it is.
Oh, yes, it's 80s night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's 80s night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Oh, yes, it's 80s
and copyright
night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's 80s night. Oh, what a night.
Wait.
What a night.
That's Tom singing.
Wait. No,
That
it
is
was
Tom
Married with Children.
singing-
Was Married with Children
Instead of
in the 80s or
ladies' night,
90s?
he's singing 80s night, and he's just a little off key. And that wins it. They'll never copyright strike it.
That is fantastic.
Audio on, dudes.
There's only one clip missing from that, and it's Sylvia Wisp when she presents her breasts to Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's like because we're going to be going into our third season, we're going to have a lot of guest hosts, and got to have Fat Steven on there, and of course Script Doctor will be there, Greg and Yeti. It's like this is going to be our favorite year of just mingling with our friends and talking about the 80s. Sci-fi, horror, TV, whatever. It's like 80s is like, God, it's so rich of awesome shit, dude. It really is.
True that.
But yeah, with that, so why don't you tell everyone where they can find you, Gary?
Well, I was going to share this too.
Oh, okay.
And boom, bam. There you go. This is the painting I'm working on right now. It's got David Arquette and a very famous Irish actor, and it's for a pitch package to make a film by a friend of mine who's made quite a few films, and he's really deeply embedded into the wrestling community, and so getting these wrestlers, big name wrestlers, involved is easy. It's like the first film I did for him was Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies that had Roddy fucking Piper in it. So I got to do Roddy Piper artwork.
Oh man, that's nice. I miss him.
Oh, yeah. I do too. He was like I fucking love that guy since
bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
And he made that up.
Yep.
That's fantastic. It really is.
This artwork, that's right now, that's David right there. And you can actually see how I paint. This is the beginning of the hand.
Looks like shit.
It does. Looks like crooked eye. Why is his chest breaking apart when you scroll? What is this?
That's because I haven't done the shaded layer. I haven't done the shaded layer yet.
I love the drawn hand.
I've drawn done a little bit here, but it's all airbrushing. It's
is that the crevice of his armpit, or are we looking at? Oh, okay.
It says it's a baby's arm with an Adam's apple holding a pencil. What is this?
But I'm really looking forward to it. I get paid well for this, so yay!
That's cool.
And there's Doomcock. Yeah.
Greetings, my friends. Have you seen my toaster?
I fucking love Doomcock, dude. He's the bomb. I mean, he's the first one I started listening to when I got on YouTube and listening to the crap that we all do. And then Midnight's Edge was the second one.
I found all of them through Nerdrotic, and from Nerdrotic, I branched out, and then I started gaming and stuff. Yeah,
I found Doomcock first, Midnight's Edge, and then Nerdrotic.
And as soon as I found Nerdrotic, I stopped watching cable television.
Yeah,
it just stopped.
I put it on the TV because Chrome allows that. I'll blast it to the TV and just that's what I'm watching is the latest episodes from all you fuckers.
I want to invest in a Captain Kirk swivel chair so I never have to leave like the 360 rotation of everything. The fridge is right there, the TV's right there, PlayStation's right there. My Dignity's on
somebody
the
was making those. They were like
the dream of Fat Steven.
It was like $5,000 to $10,000.
Tim the Two-Man Teller.
Oh,
the man chair.
I've seen the man's kitchen. I don't want a radioactive potato. What is this?
All he needs to complete his fantasy is a machine that will actually feed him, so he never has to leave again.
Well,
is Script feeding you jokes on Twitter? Is this
no? He's not.
Okay.
No, but there's Like, if you wanted a Kirk chair, like from the original series, on the left-hand side, you could put in a microwave oven, and on the right-hand side, a refrigerator. And on the back would just be like a handle. You can pull things up and then pull out your food, so you can put them in either or to cook and
then
feast.
That's awesome. Then I would invest in that KFC computer so I can keep my chicken warm.
There you go.
Never leave home without it.
I wouldn't even use it for
leave
chicken.
home.
You know what I would do? If it's like one of those cold days, I'd warm up my socks in it quickly, then put them on.
I got a dryer I can do that for.
I do
Man,
too, but
this
it's funny
chicken
when
tastes like
Sprite's below.
feet. It tastes like feet.
This chicken's
It's funny.
This secret recipe tastes weird.
Got a bit of fungus in it.
What is this? Toe jam and mozzarella? Mm-mm. Come on, Earl.
Okay,
taste
guys,
it.
I'm starting to fade here, so let's
Let's wrap this shit up.
let's wrap this up.
Pop Culture Minefield on YouTube, Popcul Minefield at Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm the only Gary Cassell, and it's with an E, Gerry. I put it this way so people don't mispronounce my name because people are fucking idiots. And
And yes, that Yoda is a fleshlight.
Oh my!
my baby Yoda fleshlight. It's got a little.
Oh
hole in here.
no! No!
Not the child.
You open that Pandora's box.
He's just a boy.
Uh-oh.
How you doing?
My computer's freezing.
Mama,
No.
you're gonna
No,
be
it
a
seriously
woman
is.
someday.
That's okay. We can still hear you.
Okay, because my screen is black now.
Oh, that's racist.
Oh, that's why'd you
No,
get
that's
to
just-
be racist? You're
Oh,
such a racist.
Black
Holy
screens
shit!
matter.
I'm gonna have
Raging.
to. I'm gonna have to have my computer restart just
And
so I
we're-
can close the stream.
Yeah, your shit crashed earlier when you were texting me. But all right, let's go. Scoop Doctor, you go next.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I'm the script doctor. Thanks for having me on tonight. I appreciate being allowed to partake, even though like earlier my plans were to be working on a production that decided to not go ahead.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Well, it literally was a beat the clock moment, because if we could have finished shooting the pilot by Friday night, like early Saturday morning, we would have been A-okay. And because we knew we were going to get shut down, because the whole reason I was brought on last minute was because an actor contracted the coof, who had not yet interacted with anyone in the cast or crew. He was still at home, but even that was not enough for a risk, because there's no way he was coming back into this.
It's because people fucking panic over dumb shit.
It was, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So we were hoping to be shooting from tonight all the way into the morning with a 6-hour break, and then back again on Friday into Saturday, and wrap it up and then get it out there. But it looks like that's going to be delayed for at least 3 weeks. So that stinks.
I am so
Does that mean
sorry.
we can
dude. That
still
sucks.
have our? Do we still have our sleepover then? Script.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, cool.
What's a Canadian sleepover?
It's a bunch of apologies and a wet sleeping bag. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And sometimes there's a fire indoors.
Yeah.
It involves a moose too.
It's a lot of cuddling hockey sticks while groping hockey pucks. That's how we look at it. Then we go out for Tim
Yeah.
Hart.
And I saw that moose on Twitter. I'm thinking that's a baby. Like I've seen babies.
That's
Yeah.
all too.
We have bigger ones in statue form that used to be all over Toronto.
Oh, now you're just bragging.
No, we're serious.
No,
We're serious. We had giant, like different types of the same statue, right? But some would be graffiti, some would be like the map of Canada, and then people would just tag it. They were everywhere.
I want to get like an eye patch and a long hair, blonde wig and get on top of it and be like, I am Thor, Odin's son. Just
Hey.
right.
Okay. No, but there's some true moose that are actually like almost the size of a small house.
We just lost Yeti.
You'll reboot me back. We'll keep it going until then. But,
Welcome
We
to the
have
Midnight
taken
Hour.
over the Yeti show.
Welcome to the fan zone where
The
no one
fan-
can say a name correctly.
Here in the fan zone, we sell the best fans you've ever felt in your life.
I do
We have
declare.
hijacked this show in order
I thought we
to
was like
convince
doing
everyone Gina is awesome.
Did you hear that
Yeah.
time where Yeti got stuck in the snow and no one can find him?
for a minute there I thought you were gonna say welcome to the midnight hour. What is that show? Are You Afraid of the Dark? I thought he was going
Oh
to
my
Are You
God.
Afraid of the
oh,
Dark?
there's
for a
another
minute.
Canadian show right
That,
there.
Yeah.
yeah, that.
The
You
original
guys
was
remember? Do you guys remember
legit.
Ghost Rider?
Yeah, I remember Ghost Rider with
the pen.
Yeah, it would write one word and you have to solve the mystery. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Sewer. Okay, I think mom's in the sewer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mom's always in the sewer ever since Dad left.
She's always looking for those Ninja Turtles or something.
I think that aired right before Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego quiz show.
It actually also aired on, I think, on the weekends. Like it'd be like the hour right before you would go for dinner, then the Disney would come on for the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was every Sunday.
I remember that. I remember the same channel or network had the Hergé's Tintin cartoon series.
It was actually CBC.
CBC did have some of the stuff. I remember TV Ontario having it, and the local PBS station that.
I try to avoid though TV Ontario because when you wake up early in the morning on a Sunday, there's nothing really on, and the first thing you see is, oh look, puppets. Oh wait, Circle Square. Oh great, Christianity preaching. I'm out, bitches.
Yeah, it was. You only watch TVO for like Saturday Night the Movies or certain. They don't even have Saturday Night the Movies anymore. They got rid of that years ago.
Yeah,
but that was a great program because they'd show all classics and stuff and have interviews with cast and crew and. Oh yeah, that's like from the 70s all the way till I think the early 2000s, and then they stopped, if I recall. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I'm Canadian TV, man.
Well, you a Canadian fanzine?
No.
Okay, I'm talking about that.
I'm from Ohio, so.
Oh, that's not
close enough to get our channels. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep away from my goats, Ohio.
We're for the Buckeyes, man. The Buckeyes.
That's where that screaming goat came from, from
I know.
Ohio. Farmers coming this way. I can't do that scream. But it's been fun with you guys. I like doing it. I'll just plug my shit because Yeti's trying to plug his in. But we have R&B tomorrow at the Lunch Table Live, 12 noon Eastern. I'm going to be also then on Ords' Mario Kart stream, just causing shit as usual as I don't play. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Minds. I also do a gaming stream in the morning. Right now I'm doing Control, which is a sci-fi paranormal kind of SCP style game, and it's really good. That's about it. It's free on PS Plus right now too.
Cool.
Yeah, we're getting ready to, thinking about doing live streaming. I'd like to have all you guys on there.
You're always welcome. I actually want to get a group of people that would like to sit there. I figured out a way to play full episodes of C-Lab and stuff with a filter so we can actually watch it and just talk about it.
I would love that.
I also have Drawn Together. I want to go through Adventure Brothers and everything. So I have it all set up. I just got to find people that just want to shoot.
Does anybody remember when Netflix had a sharing option?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I fucking love that. I'd get in there and I'd have like 3 or 4 of my friends jump in and we'd watch a movie or TV show together. And when they got rid of that, man, I'm like, wow.
I have a private Discord that I set up, and it's going to be called Booze and Cartoons. So literally I want people to have a couple drinks and we get drunk and talk about the cartoons. Just do it like the way Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer do the Bear Cave. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I'd like to do that with some of the fan cuts of films too.
Yeah.
I have the Justice League fan edit that was really pretty good. It made it a lot better. Not great. It made it better.
I would like to redub The Passion of the Christ with Kung Fu audio and see how
that would be awesome.
Every time he pulls up the bottle, I really want to do stuff like that. I want to actually dub a C-Lab episode with the stupidest tweets we found and just use those as the actual
get a Twitter argument and just go back and forth with those guys.
or quote Mandalorian, but with a C-Lab or Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Actually, you could redub Mandalorian because all the episodes where he doesn't talk to a person that's actually speaking, you could just put in whatever sound you want.
Yeah, exactly. I would I want to put Captain Murphy as the Mandalorian. That's what I want to do.
Put the helmet on. The best.
Do you want the helmet on or off?
Do you guys watch the Dragon Ball Z parody cartoon?
No.
Even the creator watches it. He loves it. And I started watching. I've never even watched Dragon Ball Z. And I'm watching this parody, going, "This is the craziest shit I have ever fucking seen."
Oh, that reminds me.
Done really well.
That reminds me, I actually want to set up a group that would like to do both the Guyver movies because the first one is Hamill in it. Remember what that?
Oh, yeah, Mark Hamill. The second one with like a
David Heitner or whatever is in the second one.
Well, that was at that was right when Steven Seagal came out, so I thought it was interesting that they chose to use Aikido in that movie too, the first Guyver film.
That is true. Oh, that's right. Yeti's watching his own stream. You don't know how to get in, Yeti? It's the same link.
No, it's still booting up. I think he's on his phone.
Oh, don't worry. We only talked shit about you for 5 minutes. Now we're just finishing up.
The other part too is like redub He-Man episodes. So like give Skeletor like another voice or something.
Oh, I would love to redub it with like Judge Judy or something or Night Court.
Yeah. give. Oh my God! How about the voice of the old man from Family Guy?
Oh,
God! I haven't seen the Purple in a little while.
Who's Yeti? Who invited Yeti?
Oh, Yeti's here. I guess we should stop talking about him.
Yeah, I think I gotta go.
That is like the weirdest moment, having to like watch my own stream, and I'm talking to it. I'm not on it. I'm just watching you guys. Oh,
but we weren't rude or anything.
You guys were actually pretty nice.
And of course, we want to do an in memoriam for this episode. Go ahead and throw it up on the screen there, Yeti. This is this entire episode is dedicated to the memory of Aunt Jemima, pancake, and syrup.
I have those bottles in my fridge. I guess they're going to be worth something now.
Oh my God! You have racist. eBay. You have racist syrup. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, it does call me a cracker every time I open the fridge, so.
Dude! I just had a good idea. We gotta find the old Aunt Jemima commercials and make them a debate. Like, hey, what happened? We get the new bottle and the old bottle talking, and you have a whole set right there. What happened? They took away my pictures. What they call you now? Some kind of Pepperidge.
The government came and took away my face.
do it like and use Mrs. Butterworth.
Yeah,
because remember they had the animated Mrs. Butterworth, which was creepy as hell.
Oh, that was creepy. She was huge too. Like they had the small version and then the big version. So this kid came into the kitchen. He's like, "You want to have some syrup, Jimmy, with your pancakes? Why is there a giant bottle talking to me right now?"
All right, so this whole moment is brought to you by my computer crashing, and there's the GoFundMe because my computer, as everybody can just see, died. Well, I was just hosting. I had nothing else going on, and I really want to keep doing this stuff, and I don't think my computer's going to last very long. So if you want to throw in $2 or whatever.
Where are you at right now?
760.
I believe I'm at 900 right now.
It says 760.
So it's good. 760?
Unless that's in U.S. currency.
Is that U.S. or Canadian?
Shit, I have to.
No, if he made it in Canada, it would automatically be Canadian currency. It doesn't let you choose the type of dollar. That's from my understanding.
Okay, well, I need to double check what I'm at then.
I'm looking at it. It says 760.
Okay, it's at 760, so almost 800.
Stop looking.
So that's really good.
Yeah,
you can actually just not even a monitor, just getting a tower. You can get a really good monitor between $800 to $1,000.
Yeah, I don't have any
refurbished.
Yeah, so this is for because I need the tower and I need to do a monitor because I'm using a laptop, so I don't have either. And
why don't you plug it into your TV?
Oh, that's a totally different room.
Like, it's a laptop. It's portable.
No, okay, but
no, it doesn't want to move.
The setup wouldn't work there, and I don't know if it would handle going to another outlet because that'd still require more processing.
Really? You're plugging in a cord to an input to an output. What?
Hey, this thing runs hot on everything. Like 15 years old.
Okay, I'm not judging you.
I
so
think
what you're saying is it's a hot 15-year-old?
Stack of ice.
Oh, whoa, I'm done. I'm out of here.
No, that is not what I'm saying. I am not saying
that. Sure sounded that way to me,
no,
Mr.
Oh my God, that is
bro.
not what's happening.
Yeti. Cancel Yeti.
You don't say
you were the one that was assaulting a baby a while ago.
Don't say the motto of Twitter, please.
That is not what I'm saying. I disavow him. I disavow.
Well, you'll come back next week, right? I disavow you just for the next 24 hours. You'll be back.
I need guests. I need friends. Yeah. So if you could pitch in a couple bucks, I would immensely appreciate it, and then I can have some monitors and a tower and be able to multitask, because right now I can't have any extra windows open. But yeah.
Not even your house windows?
Okay. With that, let's send this thing home.
Hey, wait, I didn't get to plug myself.
I know that's
nobody wants to watch you plug yourself. That's disgusting.
I know.
Sick bastard.
Nobody ever wants to watch me.
Here, I'll let you go first.
Do it at medium pace.
Oh, I'm full screen. I'm Fan Zone. I'm adjacent to the Phantom Zone. My cousin is Zod. He got all the good looks and the brains.
And a cowboy hat.
And the cowboy hat. I'm Fanzine. You can find me on my channel. I do a lot of old 80s retro cult classic stuff, and I got a really good interview up right now on my channel that nobody seems to be watching with writer Colin Bunn and artist Blackie Shepherd on their new Reanimator comic book. So go check that out.
All right,
everybody should go subscribe.
I'll have to check it out. You sound like an interesting show, fans.
Yeah, I would invite him to the lunch table, but he never retweets my video, so it's really hard to actually. No, I'm just.
I thought I did.
No, you've never done it. But I'm just fucking with you, bro. Oh. I would like to have you on the lunch table.
That's I don't like hanging out with him at a lunch table because he'd be eating all my fries.
You do realize I'm 2D, right? I can't move my arms.
Not you. I'm talking about Greg.
I'll tell you right now. No, I wouldn't, because I've lost 90 pounds. So deal with that.
Where'd you put it?
Where'd you bury the body?
Ass.
Where's the last place you saw it?
The backyard,
behind
6 feet under.
Behind me.
Script Doctor, we're not. Oh God, I'm so tired. Just tell him where you are.
I'm right here in front of everybody. You can find me on Twitter at ScriptDoctorPhD and on YouTube at youtube.com/ScriptDoctor. Please go ahead and support Yeticast with a subscribe, and if you can, toss a few bucks to this GoFundMe. That'd be greatly appreciated for him. And thanks again for having me on tonight.
Thanks for coming.
And you can always find Script Doctor through my Twitter account.
Well, we figured out who Script Doctor is. It's Gary.
No,
it's not Gary.
It's not. Damn.
No. Tell them where they can find you aside from a buffet.
Okay, you can find me at Weight Watchers, making fun of other fat people in front of the window. No, I'm sitting outside there with a lawn chair, holding a bucket of chicken while fat people run on a treadmill. It's funny. As I said, I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I do streaming. I'm starting to do more videos and stuff. I'm going to be starting a new project called Booze Tunes. I'm looking for people who want to get drunk and watch old Adult Swim cartoons and brace from there. I'm co-host to the Lunch Table on Lorena Creole's channel. I also help co-host or on the panel with Culture and everyone else for Welcome to Florida Sundays. Tuesdays, you can find me on the Comic Roundtable rotational period with Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Wednesdays, you can find me on the Wes Moody Show, where everything goes off the rails because he lets me on. That's it.
Cool.
Okay.
Just to let you know before we go, Lorena warned me about you, and I'm like, I already followed.
What the fuck? What the fuck? She warned you? What'd she say?
She's like, well, just be prepared, because Steven can be pretty outlandish, and I'm like, I'm not worried about it.
I didn't know
that just
did
means
that.
you're going to be good friends.
Because she wants to have Keith and I on there.
Okay, well, I've already said I even warned her. I already met them on Yeti's channel. We're good.
Nick, you were fine. They're okay.
They really appreciated that
Black guy's better.
They really appreciated the Black Lives Matter flag I had as my background. They were cool with it. They really were. The burning Firestone in the corner. It was great.
Mostly peaceful stream.
It was a mostly peaceful stream. Yeah.
Mostly. I'm sorry.
It was a moistly peaceful stream.
Moistly.
Okay. You can find all my stuff at Yeticast. Go check me out on Twitter. You're already on my channel, so you know where to watch. I'm on Minds too. You can follow me there. Tuesdays, I'm on the round table with Fat Steven and Loki and all those fine people. I'm gonna try setting up a regular schedule so that people have a good idea of exactly when the streams are, so it's not random. Saturdays there's some great streams going on at Latino Slants channel, so go check those things out and check out my GoFundMe. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Let's see.
Don't worry, I just unsubscribed, so we're good.
Oh.
Everybody remember to unsubscribe to Yeticast.
Oh,
you
no,
realize
fine.
I think you need to say don't unsubscribe to Yeticast. Bow, 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 bow. Not in my butt.